had been 225 days since the start of the pandemic, and 216 days since New York City shut down. Mostly, things have started to return back to normal, thanks to all of the healthcare professionals, first responders, and other essential workers. I want to give a special shout out to my fiance, who is a nurse and has been working tirelessly these past few months. I have been fortunate enough to be able to work from home and social distance. However, the negative side effects of staying inside for so long have started to affect me. During this entire time, I have only uploaded 4 new posts to social media, and my last YouTube video was from over 100 days ago. Suffice it to say, I have not been very creative during this time. Some days were better than others, where I would get out of the bed with goals for the day ready to create. But most days I felt lethargic, tired, unmotivated. There's nothing to shoot, no interesting subjects, no story to tell. The creative flow has stopped, and I did not like the person I was becoming. Like everyone, I've had my ups and downs in the past, but this may just be the longest creative slump I've ever had, and that needed to change. So I threw a bunch of clothes into the suitcase, packed up all my gear, and forced myself to go out. The goal was to go on a short road trip, explore nature, reconnect with my family, and most importantly, create something meaningful. But as I kept driving, I couldn't shake this feeling of dread. What if I go through this whole trip and still can't get any good shots? How can I make anything if my mind is blank? What if I had lost my creativity? But if there's one takeaway from this entire trip, it's that being a creative isn't defined by the end product you produce. True creativity stems from the experience of creation, and it isn't something that you can lose or forget. Let me show you what I mean. One of the first goals for this trip was just to escape the city and be away from my cramped apartment. I found that being outside in an unfamiliar environment really challenges the way I see and think. When you fully immerse yourself into the experience, it's difficult not to be creative. Especially because nature is full of inspiration, which is exactly what I needed. From the unbelievably fluffy white clouds against the crisp blue sky, to the deep, warm autumn tones, the photo ideas come easy. From the bright sun sparkling through the trees, to the roaring waters crashing at the foot of the falls, the opportunities to create are endless. These may not be the best or most powerful photos, but it was a great way to get back into the flow of things and an important reminder that I didn't lose my creativity. I just had to be inspired. Later on in this trip, I took the opportunity to live in a container home and experience it firsthand. It was just supposed to be a cozy place to spend a few nights and relax, but when I got there, it inspired me to get up and create more. From the beautiful surroundings to the little details, I knew I would regret it if I didn't capture something. The way the light danced on the walls in the morning, the minimalist and industrial design of the home, the cozy nooks and corners. Once again, inspiration was everywhere. These photos were simple but meaningful to me, because in this crazy industry, we are always creating for others, caught up in the latest trends, trying to stay relevant. So taking the time to capture something for myself was a breath of fresh air. This cemented the realization that art is the experience, not the product. Because no matter how good an image looks, nothing beats the feeling of taking that image, finding a subject, waiting for the right light, and then finally getting that one keeper out of hundreds of throwaway shots. And with this newfound need to seek out that creative experience, I was able to step out of my comfort zone, challenge my process, and try new things. I took my first serious attempt at car photography. I experimented with different angles, tight crops, and different lighting. I also hiked down to the lake and waited for blue hour to capture the lights reflecting in the water. But instead, I ended up seeing the Milky Way for the first time. From this whole trip, it was these types of images, the ones taken as an experiment, almost by accident, that were some of my favorite shots. Because as a photographer, the images we take are a way to freeze those fleeting moments that we love. There is no other medium as powerful as photography that can capture such complex feelings and emotions in just a single frame. So if you're a photographer, or really anyone who is also struggling like I was, take comfort in knowing that you are not alone. This video served as an outlet of my experience and how I got out of my creative slump. Everyone is different, but maybe there are some learnings that you can take to apply to your own life and see if it helps. I would love to hear from you guys and what your experience has been, so start a discussion in the comments below and I will try to reply to everyone. 2020 has not been a great year, but thankfully it is almost over, so stay strong and know that things will get better. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you next time. Peace.